Moving on to debate number 2. Now, ladies and gentlemen, the alleged attacks on migrants in Tamil Nadu have sparked a storm. The Tamil Nadu government and the BJP are engaged in a verbal duel over who ignited the flames of xenophobia. Videos of the attacks had gone viral on social media, and the DMK accused the BJP of spreading hate. The BJP, meanwhile, said that the anti-Hindi tirade of the DMK was responsible for the fear and panic in the state. The alleged attacks on the migrants have now sparked fears of mass exodus from the state. Several migrants who returned home from Tamil Nadu have spoken about how they continue to face discrimination in the state. Let's first listen into their plight.
ये तो मालूम नहीं, लेकिन हिंदी वालों को मार को भगा रहा है। तो मालूम नहीं इसीलिए भगा रहा है कि वहाँ के हिंदी वाला काम नहीं कर पा रहे, तमिल से पुरानी तमिल काम करे, हिंदी वाला नहीं कर पा रहे। वो पूछता है हिंदी है या तमिल, जैसे बोलते हैं हिंदी वाला होता है, जैसे मारने का शुरू कर देता है।
वहाँ पर मारता है, काटता है। हम लोग के रूम में 12:30 बजे और बोतल फेंका। बोतल फेंकने के बाद में हम सभी का बैग सिलेंडर में गैस वैस बेच करके, शराब बेच करके हम लोग भाग आए भूखे प्यासे। हिंदी लैंग्वेज खराब है, यहाँ हम लोग का वर्किंग के लिए काम नहीं मिल रहा है। हिंदी वाले तमिल छोड़ दो, यहाँ तमिल लोगों के लिए काम है, हिंदी वाले के लिए कोई काम नहीं है।
जो जगह है कोयम्बटूर और प्लस में तीरपुर, सबसे ज़्यादा घटना वहाँ पे घट रहा है। उसके बाद में वहाँ से जो मजदूर भाग रहे हैं वो रात को चुपके से भाग रहे हैं। ऐसा समस्या हो गया है कि जो भी हिंदी बोल रहा है वहाँ की तमिल जनता पकड़कर उसको पीटने लग रही है, और पुलिस प्रशासन जो भी है वो उन लोगों को सपोर्ट कर रहा है। मतलब उन लोगों को रोकना चाहिए कि भाई क्यों पीट रहा है, उसको पूछना चाहिए कि क्यों पीट रहा है। तो वहाँ की जो पुलिस प्रशासन है ऐसा कुछ नहीं कर रही है।
The Tamil Nadu Police had booked State BJP President Annamalai after he accused the DMK leaders of making derogatory statements against North Indians. Annamalai today once again launched an unsparing attack on the DMK, calling out the alleged double standards of the party. Chief Minister Stalin, however, sought to assure the migrants, saying that the state will always protect them.
Bihar மாநிலத்திலிருந்து வந்து இங்கு தொழில் செய்து கொண்டிருக்கக்கூடிய, பணியாற்றி கொண்டிருக்கக்கூடிய, தன்னுடைய வயிற்றை கழுவிக் கொள்வதற்காக, தன்னுடைய குடும்பத்தை காப்பாற்றிக் கொள்வதற்காக தமிழ்நாட்டை நோக்கி வந்து கொண்டிருக்கக்கூடிய சிலரை எப்படியாவது கலவரத்தை ஏற்படுத்தி அதன் மூலமாக அரசியல் லாபம் தேட நினைக்கக்கூடியவர்களுக்கு நான் ஒன்றை மட்டும் சொல்லுகிறேன். எனவே எந்த காரணத்தை கொண்டும் எவ்வளவு பிளவை ஏற்படுத்த நினைத்தாலும் ஒரு காலம் இந்த கூட்டணியை நீங்கள் பிளவுபடுத்த முடியாது என்பதை மாத்திரம் அழுத்த திருத்தமாக எடுத்து சொல்லி,
I can assure you, not even a single Tamil Nadu BJP Karyakarta, right from the president to the Karyakarta, nobody has shared any video. Right from day one, we are urging peace, calmness. Now DMK has to only do one thing, madam. Just change their political narrative. Because this issue is not going to die today. So now DMK has to change the narrative and say, no more north-south, no more artificial division, no more speaking.
Debate number 2 on Times Now, Super Prime Time.
And for more on this, I'm joined by Uma Anandan, BJP councillor. Anurag Naidu is an author joining us. With us is spokesperson of the DMK TK's Elangovan, and Jagdishwaran D is a political analyst joining us on the panel. Let me start with you first and foremost, Mr. Elangovan. Is it possible, Mr. Elangovan, because the BJP and Mr. Annamalai's statement you just heard, they are alleging that it is the atmosphere, the kind of extremely provocative statements that have been made. It's one thing to agitate for your rights, but when that translates into something much bigger, it appears there's a broader sentiment that is building up, which is causing these migrant laborers to return home and leading to perhaps these kind of attacks taking place on ground. How do you respond to that, Mr. Elangovan?
See, the first thing is all these statements which Annamalai had stated, including my statement, he has quoted my statement also in his video. All these statements were made when Amit Shah said Hindi should be the national language. It is about the language and not the people. Even when we were fighting against Hindi in the years 1964 and 65, there were lakhs of North Indians living here peacefully. They were not attacked. Our intention is not to attack people. Our intention is to stop being Hindi being thrust on us. So these statements are intended as a reply to Amit Shah's statement, and it has nothing to do with the people. People are coming here, see, for more than 60, 70 years. There are Nepali people living here. They are living peacefully. All North Indians are living here. Come to Chennai At least 15% of the population are North Indians. They are happy, they are safe, and they are friendly with others.
But no, Mr. Elangovan, my point is slightly different. My point is slightly different. When you say make sweeping statements like Hindi is language of Shudras, when you say that they are trying to implement Manu Dharma here, we will not allow it or we will be slaves and Shudras, that's not our culture. You know, those kind of those kind of statements will evoke a certain kind of hate. They have the potential to actually disturb and influence people into actually carrying out such acts. Because they are extremely strong words that you're using there.
I can clearly hear your voice.
When we speak of a language, our basis will be the culture of the language. I can tell you, in the south, there were 3-4 kingdoms. No king here was a Kshatriya. But whereas in the north, kings has to come from the Kshatriya caste, that class. That is what I said. When you bring that language, the culture will also come within. And
so you are saying that you stand by your statement that Hindi language will make a Shudra. That's correct to say that.
The people.
You are saying it's correct to make sweeping statements like this on national television. Are you actually going to justify your statement?
It is nothing wrong in it. I was talking about culture. I was not talking about people. But now what they say is, when we attack the language, we say that Tamil is our language, Hindi should not be forced on us. We had replied that way. But now what they had done is, they are making those statements against an action which has not happened here.
Okay, let me quickly bring in Umanandan.
People are coming from the north.
Okay, let me quickly bring in Umanandan. Umanandan, it is only the culture we are talking about, not the language, not the people, and that is the context in which these statements have been made, and it is also a response to the Home Minister's speech. Please respond to Mr. Elangovan.
My good friend Elangovan sir, with whom I share a very good rapport, good friendship, I respect. But sir, I beg to differ from him. He says one is Kshatriyas did not rule India, but the Cholas were belonging to a Kshatriya clan only. So historically and culturally he is wrong. Second, the hate speeches repeatedly by DMK, MPs, MLAs, spokesperson, Rajiv Gandhi, who said we should go in for a Brahmin genocide, hatred against language, hatred against caste, everything. Has the CM come out? Has the CM, Mr. Stalin, come out and put an end to these hate speeches so far? No. Only today he did it. Because Nitin Kumar is his ally in leading in Bihar. He has answerable, and now he has political ambitions for India. So he knows that this Hindi hatred may put a full stop to his political ambitions of the DMK. And I would like to ask, when a soldier was killed in Krishnagiri, the CM nor the party never opened their mouth. Why is this the nationalism?
Please respond.
Now he finds it. After Mr. Nitish Kumar calls his political ally, he is talking about it.
It is under compulsion that these statements are coming out, not conviction. Because if it was to be clarified, these comments could have been clarified earlier. That's the question. Let him respond now. Mr. Elangovan, quickly.
Earlier.
No, see, what she says, what I said was that nowhere in any part of the time in the Tamil Nadu history, North Indians were attacked. They are living peacefully. They are happy here. You can come to Chennai, go to Saukarpet. You can see thousands of families, people living there.
Her question is different, sir. She is questioning why is Mr. Stalin not, why didn't he deny this earlier? Why is the statement coming out so late in the day? It is because you have been pushed into a corner, because Nitish Kumar is raising it.
We were speaking, everybody was speaking. See, I'll tell you, this is a being, cannot being spread by the BJP. BJP has started this only after Tejasvi Yadav had come here. Before that, they did not speak of that. Every day, thousands of people were coming here for employment. It was the news, but nobody was attacked.
Okay.
The video of Ponmudi, the video of Mr. Palanivel Rajan, the video of Rajiv Gandhi speaking, the video of Ponmudi calling Pani Puris. Is that all false then?
Isn't that a complete pejorative, sir?
No, can you make language and not the people?
No, but then how can you make such a comment like Pani Puris?
The people.
They did Pani Puris wala. Pani Puri
No,
wala.
see, when they want
They are
us
only
to
for
learn
cheap labor.
Hindi,
They are not
when they
educated.
want us to learn Hindi, he said, what is the use of reading Hindi, learning Hindi? He only asked us to the purpose of learning Hindi.
That is not, no sir.
When
No,
we were
sir.
thrust
Ilangovan, sir,
when
it's an
Hindi is
excuse.
thrust on us, we have to rebuke. No. We were not,
Why did Mr. Stalin correct his correct his ministers, MLAs and MPs?
The problem over here, Mr. Elangovan, is that these kind of speeches have the tendency to go into what is, would be known otherwise as hate speeches. But let me quickly, in fact, bring in some of the other panelists as well. Let me bring in Mr. Jagdishwaran. Mr. Jagdishwaran, these kind of comments that have been made by DMK leaders, the BJP is now saying perhaps that leads to this kind of xenophobia or this, cultural, while one may be talking about, fighting Hindi imposition. When these kind of statements are made, they do have an influence, and shouldn't leaders be a little more responsible in the kind of language they use? Mr. Jagdishwaran, if you can unmute yourself and continue talking, please.
Do you hear me?
Yeah, now I can.
Yeah. Okay. See, we are dragging away from the main issue, I guess. There is nothing to do with what Madhavdas Stalin is wearing. When Madhavdas Stalin is saying, I don't know Hindi, that you cannot equate to somebody writing an article saying the Biharis are being killed. There are 12 people being killed just because they spoke in Hindi.
Pani Puri is correct according to you?
Killed 12 people. Already 18 people have been killed just because they spoke Hindi. And you are talking something about Hindi imposition. I don't get it. But the actual issue is Bihar BJP is spreading fake rumors. The BJP Bihar, BJP UP, all the BJP guys, they are spreading fake news, fake rumors.
Okay, fake news is being spread. Fake news is being spread. Umanandan, before I come across to Anurag Naidu, Umanandan, you are spreading fake news. That's the crux of this issue, says Mr. Jagdishwaran. Please respond to him.
Yeah. Okay, if they are blaming BJP for fake rumors, DMK is far ahead of us in that. How many fake videos have they sent? How many real videos attacking the Brahmins in such unparliamentary words? Genocide. Rajiv Gandhi talks about Brahmin genocide. So how can all this is not love talk? Is that love talk? Is that love talk?
Why don't you talk about that?
What nonsense is he talking? They have gone. All hate speeches have been started from them.
What your Bihar unit is doing? Why don't you talk about what your UP unit is doing? Spreading fake news, being a fake peddler.
Why you talk about what DMK is doing here? You talk about what DMK is doing here.
Why don't Mr. Annamalai condemn the right-wing article saying people have been killed?
Nothing.
Why don't you condemn that?
You are the culprits.
You should. First do
You are the culprits.
No, but the problem, Mr.
You
Jagdishwaran,
don't
is that
exaggerate.
it takes two hands to clap.
You are
Obviously, there has been a culture, or there has been a feeling that any kind of statement can be made of people who speak a different language, and that perhaps has emboldened individuals. One cannot deny the possibility or the probability of that. And in at least one case, one individual, the GRP has actually taken into custody. This is, I think, a person who goes by the name of Magamai Das, a 38-year-old who was arrested in Villipuram, and that is a video that had really gone viral. But let me quickly bring in Anurag Naidu. Anurag Naidu, while in fact the BJP is being blamed here by the DMK panelists, and I'm coming to Umanandan, please. The larger question is what's actually happening on ground in terms of the statements, in terms of, well, one has every right to agitate if they feel that their language is being compromised at the in the context of another one. But what is happening and the statements that have been given out also, of course, are not really going to be palatable to very many people.
Absolutely, Madhav. Let's call spade a spade. It's time that we call spade a spade. And there is no benefit in getting into a denial. Like Mr. Elangovan was giving a clarification that it was about a Hindi imposition ka debate that we made these statements. Let's be very honest. If you ask me, whatever information that was shared by Mr. Annamalai and whatever speeches that were put out by Mr. Annamalai, are they true? I would politely agree with you saying it's true because we have a media and this information is there in public domain. Second, the exodus of the migrant workers. You see on the screen, not only Times Now, but all the media channels, all the journalists, they have been covering Tamil Nadu. They know there is an exodus of migrant workers. And why it is, you need to understand these migrant workers, they are not laborers. They are the people who serve us and serve our daily needs. So they need to feel protected. They come in groups from Bihar, UP and other places who are economically not so strong. So it is our collective responsibility to make them feel safe. If the state government till now, I'm not saying good or bad, I'm not saying whether they're right or wrong, but the point here is there is for some reason a very negative, fearful sentiment among these workers, and that needs to be taken care of. And instead of fighting and doing a fighting on a political front, I think the Chief Minister and the Council of Ministers should think how to restore the faith, how to restore the trust and make these people feel safe. I'm very glad that I could get the statement from the Honorable Governor and on behalf of the government, which I expected from the top office of the state.
Completely out of time, Anurag. I'm sorry, I'll have to interrupt you there because we're totally out of time. It's a very sensitive issue. Tempers can fly, passions can be roused. One must remember that as a political leader, at the end of the day, one has to be conscious of the kind of words that are used and chosen, because otherwise that can really have a huge impact on the social fabric in terms of how people think and act out on ground. On that note, I'll have to leave it there. Uma Anandan, Anurag Naidu, TK Sylendr Babu and Jagdishwaran D, thanks so much for joining us this evening.